What's up, Reconnisters? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another late Waffle House. Big up to everybody, man. Let me fix this. I've changed some of the stuff in my office, in my space. So I'm trying to make sure that it works. But big up to everybody. The Waffle House is back. And it's been quite a while, man. It's been quite a while since we did Waffle House. We've been doing the World Cup stuff. And yeah, it's been going all right, man. It's been absolutely going all right. I've been enjoying the World Cup. I've had a blast doing it, and it's still a lot to go. You know, we're in the knockouts, but that's what we'll talk about today. Let me just pull everything up. How is everybody doing? Let me try to remember what it is I'm doing. Share that one. Just pulling everything up. I had everything up, and then, as you know, my computer hates me. So there we go. So I can find one that's not weird. That one's all right. All right, big up to everybody. Let's pull this up. How's everybody doing? How's everybody in the chat doing? Big up to Quadri said smash the likes and subscribe. Big up. And big up to Rican Futbol Legend in the chat. Thank you. Let's just pull that up. So yeah, another Waffle House. I'll wait till everybody gets in here. You know, I know that people usually just kind of trickle in as they do. But today's show, I want to talk about the World Cup so far. I'm going to talk about our fantasy because we do have a fantasy league and how I'm doing in it. And I also want to talk about kits, man. You know, it's a kit show, and it's been a long time since we had a good kit show. It's been a long time. And I have pulled out some kits. I call them the rivalry kits, the European kits, really. But yeah. Big up to Joggons, blessing, Sunday blessings. Big up to you, Joggons, man. Yeah, man, Sunday's been good. I've been nice and chill. Yeah, it's actually cool here in the UK now. So I've been able to just get things done and relax a little bit. And of course, you know, I know the knockouts are coming and people are going to go watch that. So I wanted to get something going before everybody just went their separate way, really. I thought about doing the Canada game, but I think I'm going to be doing games tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. So yeah, we'll see. It's a lot to sit here for, you know, watching it, but yeah. Big up Quadra said, love the intro. Thank you. I was bored one day, man. I listen, I try to make my channel more legit every time. Like I always try to add things. I try to make it, you know, I try to add things and invest things into the channel. Like I got some sound bites and yeah. Not sound, like I got like sound effects. That's what it is, sound effects. So yeah, I've just been trying to do that, just improve the channel for you guys, for the community. There we go. So 2 likes so far. Keep smashing likes, everyone. Thank you. Big up to Jack, all black, everything. Yeah, man, I got the Miami swagger. I decided to go Miami swag today because it's been a long time since we had a Waffle House. So I've gone enter Miami and of course Bam Adebayo in the back. I know it's a football channel, but you know the Waffle House is usually everything but football, just kids. But yeah, big up to the chat. Quadra said, "Who is your favorite basketball player of all time?" If we're being honest, right? I know a lot of people will say a lot of people will say LeBron or Kobe. My favorite basketball player, Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade. I followed Dwayne Wade from the time that we drafted him to the time he won our first championship, which wasn't that long. We drafted him in 2003. We won our first championship in 2006. So, you know, I didn't have to wait that long for a championship. But I remember the Heat before him. We had Alonzo Mourning, and we were just like a mid team, bro. We was a mid team. And growing up, you know, I was very young when the Hurricanes were winning their championships. Even though I did watch them. But you know, when we won the championship in 2006, I was old enough to enjoy it. I was old enough to watch it. I was old enough to know what was going on. And the first time I ever went to, I think the first time I ever went to a basketball game, it was during that year that we got Shaq, we got Dwayne Wade. And I just remember the joy that having Dwayne Wade in Miami brought us. And not only that, but he won in 2006. He carried us. He got injured. He still carried us. And then he's pretty much one of the architects behind the big three in South Beach. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got LeBron to come there. He got Bosh to come there. So our 3 championships can be attributed to Dwayne Wade being unselfish. You know, Dwayne Wade being a top guy, bro. So yeah, Dwayne Wade is my favorite basketball player. I'm not like in my tier of sports, you know, basketball is not near the top for me. It'd probably be football, American football, then basketball. If I had to rank. But it's not, it's like football, college football, NFL, then NBA. That's how it would be. So it's not top 3 for me. But I'm a Miami boy, man. Like, I'm a Miami kid. So I just remember as a kid, everything that was good. When it came to winning championships and trophies, I can trace it back to Dwayne Wade. So yeah, that's me, Dwayne Wade. But you know, if you ask me who I think the greatest player of all time was, it's got to be Michael Jordan. It's got to be Michael Jordan. This is the thing, right? And this is a Waffle House, so I will waffle, right? If you guys want to watch it, too bad, right? But like he said, bro, did you remember Dwayne Wade during the 2012 Olympics? He played better than yeah, man. Yeah, Dwayne he carried us, bro. Yep, Miami is Wade's team. LeBron knew that as well. And this is why I respect Dwayne Wade, because he could have been, I'm the man in Miami. But he purposely took a back seat to LeBron, and he helped mentor him and tell him, this is how you win championships. And then LeBron, you know, buggered off. So, yeah. But when it comes to the Jordan-LeBron debate, right? I think about Jordan as I think about OG Ronaldo. And then I think about LeBron as current Ronaldo. That's how I view them, right? Ronaldo's great. Cristiano is great. But OG Ronaldo is the GOAT for a reason. OG Ronaldo did things while on booze, while going out to clubbing, you know, probably doing drug. Like, I'm just saying, right? He was the greatest of all time and not the best shape. So when you think about that, like, Jordan was going gambling, he was going out, you know what I'm saying? He was having him a good time. Imagine if Jordan had the regimen that LeBron had. Imagine if, Phenomenal had the same regimen that Cristiano had. But the fact that they did it and still are in the GOAT conversation, that provides GOAT for me. Because LeBron's had to do, he's gotten the best nutritionists, he's gotten the best trainers, you know what I'm saying? He load manages. And he's won a couple championships. Look, Jordan ain't had all that, man. And plus, Jordan had to deal with some, like, it wasn't like the whole foul thing. No, it wasn't that, bro. Like, you facing the bad boy Pistons, you facing Patrick Ewing, you facing Houston, you facing San Antonio. Like, you're facing teams that just knocking people's block off, and you dish rag them 6 times, right? LeBron, for me, he and I just might be a hater, but he exited the GOAT conversation for me when he cramped up versus San Antonio. When he cramped up versus San Antonio and then proceeded to do nothing else, he exited the GOAT conversation. That's for me. When that happened, and then the fact that, like, instead of staying somewhere and winning again, he just jumped to the best situation. Cleveland had a good run. I'll jump to Cleveland and take them over the line. Oh, the Lakers have a decent team. I'll go over there and take them over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jordan, Chicago won nothing. Jordan got there and turned them into what they are. It turned them into the brand. They weren't a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? He turned them into a powerhouse. And did Jordan do it alone? No, because he had Scottie Pippen, he had Dennis Rodman. You know, LeBron didn't do it alone either. But Jordan stayed the course. For me, I feel like Jordan had more hurdles than LeBron had. I'm not talking about life. I'm talking about basketball. I feel like Jordan had more hurdles than LeBron had. LeBron's been in favorable situations. He's been in super teams. And yeah, man. But yes, sorry. I've gone around, but my favorite player is Dwayne Wade. I'm just saying. CR7 is super disciplined. Yeah, man. That guy he like Tom Brady, but Tom Brady was also super regimented. That's how he lasted so long. Big up to Godfrey. I'm pretty sure Godfrey will stick around until South Africa play. They play in Canada. Big up to Godfrey. Let's see if we'll talk about the World Cup in a minute. I'm just waffling with the community right now. Big up to Brian. Listen, I asked about you, Brian. I really did. I asked about you. I hadn't seen you for a while, and I said, has anybody seen Brian? I'm glad to see you in the chat again. It's been quiet. Big up, Brian. I hope you and your mother are okay. Yeah, it's been quiet without you, Brian. Big up. Jordan was also going up against Jerry Krause in the Bulls organization. That's why he left and played baseball. Also, they saying he had like a little bit of a gambling thing, but yeah, you know, I'm just saying Jordan is the GOAT for me. Jagon said lurking and listening. No problem, man. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I appreciate anybody who stops by. Appreciate it. Big up, Brian. How are you, brother? We've been missing you. Yeah, man. I was asking about you, man. Listen, this is the thing. This is what I tell people, man. Because my community is so small, right? I feel when people aren't here, right? It's weird. I feel when people aren't here. So, like, you know what I'm saying? When I come in and I notice that certain people aren't here. And this is what I said the other day. Like, there will be a point where the chat gets so big that, you know what I'm saying, you miss those things. So I'm enjoying it. But when you guys aren't in for a couple of streams, I'd be like, yeah, anybody heard from them? Because, you know, I feel like the usual suspects, man. The day one. So big up. Big up. The Daffins going around busy the whole day doing my mom's yard. I'm tired. Yeah, man. What did I do today? I don't even know what I did today, man. What did I do today? I went out to the store. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I did my store run today. I was playing some Borderlands with the wife. I've been cleaning up my room. I've done a little rejig of my little corner here. I've borrowed my wife's chair, my wife's work chair, because I was sitting on the bench before and my back was killing me. So I've got the chair, and it's a little bit more comfortable. I got to get me a gaming chair. But yeah, that's And I've just improved my little corner a little bit. But yeah, big up to Jack. Hey, yeah, make sure you hit the like button. It's 80 y'all in the chat. Just slap that like real quick. Slap that like real quick. It's free. Free 99. Yep. Salute, bro. How are you? Big up. And salute the first lady. Always. Always salute the first lady. But yeah, here we go, man. Let's talk about the World Cup. Let me fix this. So the round of 32 is out. Big up to Godfrey. So we got Germany versus Paraguay, France versus Sweden. We've got South Africa versus Canada, which will be happening later on tonight. We have Netherlands, Morocco, Portugal versus Croatia, Spain versus Austria, USA versus Bosnia, Belgium versus Senegal. On the other side of the bracket, we've got Brazil, Japan. I might be covering that one. I might also be doing Ivory Coast versus Norway, Mexico versus Ecuador, England versus DR Congo, Argentina versus Cape Verde, Australia versus Egypt, Switzerland versus Algeria, and Colombia versus Ghana. Now, is there a way I could do a bracket? Let me see. Godfrey said, I feel like we could get something against Canada. Listen, of the 3 teams so far, right? Of the 3 teams so far, I think Canada, of the 3 home nations, if you will, hosting nations, I think the Canada are the weakest. I honestly think Canada are the weakest of the 3. Mexico have looked good. USA have looked good. And it'd be good for South Africa to get a win, just for Africa in general. Yeah, it'll be good for everyone. So, I was gonna do it. I was thinking about doing a watch along, but you guys don't want to hear me for 4 hours, so I'll just watch it in the background. Because I don't have anything for it. It would literally just be me popping up with a background and talking about it. So yeah, I'll see. If you guys want me to do a watch along, if you're gonna sit with me, then we can. But if not, then I'll just go and chill on the couch. So I'll leave it up to the community. Godfrey's Jack said, Godfrey, I'm good waiting for the soccer and cleaning around the house. Everybody's cleaning. Sunday's a cleaning day. It's definitely a cleaning day. And I think so. Good luck. You've been good. And Jack said, I have a feeling this will be a good, intense game. Yeah, man, it could be. It could be. It's happening. I think the game starts. The game starts at 8, I think. I think it starts at 8. But yeah. Thanks, Shaq. Yeah, found our rhythm against Shaq and South Korea, even matchup. Yeah, man, it's a good starting match. It's a good starting match, the knockouts. But like I said, I think Canada of the 3 host nations have been the weakest. I think Mexico and USA have been better. USA have actually been a surprise of the tournament. Not surprise of the tournament, but of the home nations. So let me see. So that's around 32. Brian says, Dr. Kane, to see my leg swelling has gone down through medication, but now I've got tight muscle. Mom's doing well, thanks. Listen, rest and recovery, and make sure you take your medications. Right, leg swelling, it's never good. Yeah, you just got to make sure that you're taking your meds, and keep going, Brian. But big up to you, Brian. Thank you for stopping by. I get worried, man. I get worried when I don't see you guys. I'm glad Mom's doing all right as well. I know how tough things can be when you're not feeling well. But it's glad to see you on the mend again. Jack said the nerves are gone. The Korean win was good, and the draw with Czech was good. Yeah, I think. You know what? I think everybody was kind of. Everybody was in a rhythm. Everybody was in a rhythm. Everybody kind of got. You know who just annoyed me. You know what? Let's take this off. Let's take this off because I want to go through the groups. Give me 2 seconds. I want to go through the groups. let me set this up, guys. I want to go through the groups because I think I want to talk about some of the teams that I thought were gonna do well, and they just didn't. World Cup standings. Can I see? Oh, I could have actually just gone through the FIFA site. Can I do it? Give me a second. Let me pull it up. Can I see the table? There we go. I can go through FIFA. All right. I could have done it already. Can I do some? Give me a second. There we go. Ha. Big up to everybody in the chat. There we go. Glad all is going well, Brian. Speed recovery. Yep. Have you been elevating your legs and getting some physiotherapy? Important. Get that circulation going. Turkey and Tunisia were disappointed. Let's go through it, guys. So, looking at this, Mexico and South Africa, Korea not making it. You know, I actually think that I had Korea making it. I have to go back and look. I didn't even write this down. I probably should. That's terrible. But I know I had Mexico winning it. But Korea not making it, you know what I'm saying, kind of on 3 points. That goal difference was trash. And Czech Republic finishing bottom. Group B, Switzerland, win the group. Canada get through on head-to-head. And Bosnia finished third. Qatar finished with a point, which is good. It's good for Qatar. I think did they do better than they did when the World Cup was in Qatar? Because I think they were terrible. But yeah. Group C, I mean, obvious. Brazil and Morocco. You guys know I had a monumental stinker. I thought Haiti was going to get something, and they didn't. Scotland, unfortunately, they should have done better. -3 goal difference. And if we're being honest, Scotland should have. If Scotland had put Haiti to the sword, like they probably should have, then they'd probably be through. But Brazil, Morocco were about even. But these two teams, like Morocco, I think they've got a higher upside than Brazil, in my opinion. Brazil, they haven't convinced me yet, Brazil. But I think Morocco can still get something. I mean, they finished third, in the prior World Cup. So, or they, I've been giving exercise to do. Make sure you do them. Arteta out. Scotland fumbled the Morocco game. They did. Movement is medicine. Is reset circulation. It's all about circulation, man. It's all about circulation. Bro. Make sure you got to keep them legs moving. But big up to everybody in the chat. Big up to Max Payne. Big up to Tyson. What's up, Tyson? How's it going? Turkey was straight trash. Worst team apart from Qatar. Listen, we're going through it. So Haiti will probably feel hard done by to not get any points, man. I thought they played better than 0 points, especially against Scotland. I just think Haiti's issue was that those guys haven't played together. They haven't been able to play in Haiti. And it's almost like Iran, where you're kind of putting a team together and you're just having to go out there. And it's their second ever World Cup. They're one of the smaller nations. You know, they've been in discord for a little bit. I thought they did a good job with what they had going on. Big up to Haiti. Group D, USA winning the group. Australia finished second, and Paraguay getting through with 4 points. Turkey 3 points, bro. 3 points. 3 points. And you decide to turn up against USA's B team. This Turkey of the disappointment. They got 3 points. But bro, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing if you're Turkey, bro. Like, for real. I would have expected Turkey to finish third or maybe even second in this group with the hype, but to finish dead last, nah, bro. Group E kind of went how we expected. Germany, Ivory Coast took them to the edge, man. I think Ivory Coast are one of those dark horse teams we talked about. I think Ivory Coast still have something that they can get out of the tournament. And I think they're a team that you probably should watch. Probably should watch them. Ecuador, Hincapie, his team gets through, he'll probably be gassed. It's big for Ecuador. But let me go back to the group because let me read your comments. Let me see. Big up Max. He said, dapping up Tyson. Algeria was so terrified of Spain they blew their match. You can't. But I think like in the beginning of the World Cup, a lot of these teams were nervous, man. You're traveling pretty far. You probably haven't played together for a couple months. And you've probably had 1 or 2 friendlies before, but you're not really playing anybody of note. And everybody's kind of nervous. But as we said, as it's gone on, it's gotten kind of better. It's gotten a lot better. Yeah. Big up Tyson. He said, big up, bro. Just getting the missus, then headed home. Be safe. Be safe out there, Tyson. Matt said, big up Rican Futbol TV, top proper Arsenal football fan. Thank you. I appreciate it. I try to be. I try to be. Definitely try to be a good football fan. Big up. How has the World Cup been? I've enjoyed it. Like I think that if I was a channel that did this every day, I think I'd be a little bit burnt out because there's a lot of matches. Excuse me. But the fact that I've only been doing like every other day has been good. I think it's been good. I've been doing every other day, and then I don't watch football on the days I'm not doing it, which means that I've missed some matches like the Argentina, but it's all about balance. Like I feel if we just went into 32, and did that way, then it probably would have been different. But with the expanded format, I feel like there's a lot of football. So I've halved it, and I feel like I feel okay. But as far as kind of the quality, the last couple matches were good. Except for that bore fest that England put, bro. Listen, England had me about to fall asleep on stream, bro. That was the most boring match I've ever seen, and they don't fill me with confidence. But I'm going to go through some of the brackets if it lets me, and see what they give me. See we can predict about who's going through. So we will be doing that. Godfrey say Turkey couldn't beat Paraguay and Australia. They should have topped this group or finished second, man. They should have definitely done better than they did. But, bro, Paraguay, Australia? Max said, and Norway did all that competing against France just to crowd their pants and give up before the match started. Holland should be a same. Yeah, man. I showed a there was like an anime thing because I like anime. There was like an anime thing, and it was like Vikings and it was Odegaard and Holland and Mbappe and them, and then it was a cool little short. And then the game was played, and they were trash. They were garbage, hot trash, bro. So yeah, I feel that the hype was big. The match was trash, but I think France are. I mean, you guys know me. I'm rooting for Spain. I think Spain are the team. But France look like they haven't got out of second gear yet, and that's dangerous because they pretty much walked. So yeah. Back to Group E. Well, I did say that. We went through it. Listen, Curacao getting a point is massive. Small nation, smallest nation in the competition. For them to get a point, big up to Curacao, man. Big up to Curacao. Big up to Curacao. I'm glad Nkapi and Ecuador made it through. So am I. Let me pop this out so it's easier to. It's so much easier if I pop it out. Let me pop out the chat. It's a lot easier to follow when it's big. Hiding from Mbappe, Dembele, and Elisa, you're supposed to compete with them. Go, Mbappe didn't even score and they still. Yeah, man. But this is what I'm saying. France have so much depth. They don't have to get out of second gear, bro. They don't have to get out of second gear. And Holland didn't bench himself, Marlon. And that's the thing, right? If you're Norway, you probably know that you're through, you're chilling, but you know, it is on the Norway manager. But like I said, we don't know what the game plan. If you're already through and you're just resting, then fine. But the knockouts, there's no resting now. There's no resting, there's no rotation. It's give everything you got. So it's gonna be great. Portugal have been rubbish, even though they went through. Yeah. Have we done Portugal yet? Not yet. I'll get there. Group F got the Netherlands, Japan, Sweden. This was actually a pretty good group. Tunisia finished it with no points, and they're the only African team who didn't go through. Tunisia. But yeah, I don't think we expected them to go through. Sweden keep getting by the skin of their teeth. They shouldn't have been in the competition. They were terrible in the Nations League. They scammed their way into the competition, and somehow they've scammed their way into the knockouts. Japan is one I'm watching for. I want to see what Japan. I'll probably be doing that Japan game because I'm very eager to watch that game. Belgium started off slow. They looked terrible, and they clawed it back. They clawed it back to win the group. Egypt also won the group. I feel really sad for Iran. I wanted Iran to make the knockouts because I think it would have been great to. I mean, they haven't been able to stay in the U.S. They've literally gone in, played their games, and come right out. So imagine flying from Mexico to Seattle, playing the game. 30 minutes later, you're at the airport to fly back to Mexico, right? I just think they were hard done by, and it would have been great to see them go through, but I think they would have lost anyway, because that's a lot of air miles, you know, on the body and on the mind. You know, I don't like the fact that the politics have invaded the World Cup, you know, but it has, and we didn't, in my opinion, we didn't get to see the best of Iran. If Iran had their support staff, if they had, you know, their full complement of people, then maybe, I'm not saying they win the group. I'm not saying they make it out, but I think getting 3 points with how things were stacked against them, I think is very commendable on Iran. And New Zealand get a point as well, which is big for them. Group H. Now this is a story of the World Cup. This group here, España, of course, win. Vamos España. You guys know. I've got the. I got the scarf. Vamos España. So that's who I'm backing. But Cabo Verde, bro, what a story. What a story. Small African nation. And no one gave them a shout. If you had asked anybody who's getting out of this group, you'd have said Spain, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia probably finished third, and Cabo Verde finished last. And they said, watch us. Cabo Verde have a 40-year-old goalkeeper. He's 40. 40. And he's been a stalwart. I mean, they drew with us, and I was fuming. You guys saw me. But they deserve it, man. They deserve to get through. 3 draws. You would have never expected. Now, Another disappointment, I think, is Uruguay. Uruguay had an opportunity to go through. Uruguay definitely had what it took to go through, and they were terrible, man. They weren't great. And I heard something about them, the team making them find their own way back home to Uruguay, making them spend their own money. Bro, yeah, exactly. You embarrass us, bro. There's no reason why you should finish with 2 points in the tournament with the talent, man, like Valverde, even Darwin Noodles, man. Like, you've got talent, and you guys didn't get out the group to Cabo Verde, bro. Yeah, I'd make them walk, swim, planes, trains, and automobiles, public transportation back to Uruguay. Embarrassing. Saudi Arabia, I knew they were going to finish near bottom, but they finished bottom. But I mean, 2 points is nothing to scoff at, man. 2 points is nothing to scoff. At least you got something. This group, tough group, man. Group I, tough group. France, of course, walked the group. I mean, they've got a goal difference of 8. They've only conceded 2 goals and scored 10. Crazy. Norway getting through as well. And I feel like they haven't been their best either, but they found a way. They found a way. They got the 6 points, and the knockouts will show you. The knockouts will show you. Big up to the chat. I'll get back into the chat in a minute. Let me just finish these last couple groups, and then I'll get into the chat, guys. Senegal, I expected them to do a little bit better than 3 points, to be honest. You win the AFCON, and yes, Senegal won the AFCON. I ain't hearing the Morocco thing. When the game was played, Senegal beat Morocco. But I expected them to do a little bit better. 3 points, 1 win and 2 losses. Yeah, man. And the only win coming against Iraq. So, yeah, they've scraped by, but by the skin of their teeth. In Iraq, you don't expect to get much. They're kind of like Iran. They're going to be hard done by just by the politics as well. They got 0 points and a goal difference of -11. They were pretty much knowing where they would have finished. But big up to them for making it to the World Cup. Group J, Argentina, you expected them to do what they've done. They got a goal difference of 7. They've scored 8, conceded only 1 goal. These 2 are the favorites. Argentina and France are the 2 favorites in the beginning, and they showed why. Austria finished 2nd. Algeria getting through as well, which I think is a good thing. Another African team. Jordan finishing last as well. And like I said, they made it. And you can see that these are some of the expanded teams. Do you think Iran and Jordan qualify in the old format? Probably not. But they did. So big up to them for being there. And Jordan scored 3 goals. Iraq scored 1 goal. So big up to them. Group K, you've got Colombia winning the group. Portugal, as was said in the chat, they've been kind of mixed. Portugal's biggest problem is Cristiano Ronaldo. He's their biggest problem. He's their biggest issue. He's their biggest issue. If they can figure him out, then they'll go far. But if they keep fitting him the ball, they ain't winning nothing. Congo, they get through as well on 4 points, and I think they were one of the higher rated third place teams. And lastly, Group L. Uzbekistan. Sorry, my apologies to Uzbekistan. How rude of me. Uzbekistan, they finished with 0 points, but they did score 2 goals. So big up to them. Big up to them for making it. Group L, you've got England topping the group. They did not look great in their last game. Croatia, they're aging, but they still got something. Like I said, them and Morocco, they know how to get to the semifinals. They know what to do. So Croatia aren't going to be an easy walk. And then Ghana making it as well. Ghana having a good showing. I think they were one of the other highest third place teams. And then, of course, Panama. Yeah, Panama having a tough time. They scored no goals. They only conceded 4 though, and it's not enough for them to get any points. So that's the table. And let's get back into some of your comments, guys. Big up to everybody. Brian says Portugal have been rubbish, even though they went through. Yep, trying to feed Ronaldo. That's a problem. He was scared of hiding from Mbappe. If he's so good, why is he hiding from Mbappe? But he wants to laugh for Arsenal every season. Erling Haaland, yeah, man. I think that if he wasn't playing, that's not a him thing. But he might have another opportunity. DG said, "Big up BBK" in the chat. I think you got the wrong channel. Unless Taryn was in here. But big up. This is Rican Futbol TV. Big up to you, DG too. Haaland should have asked him to play against Mbappe since he's so good. He can hold that, and Xhaka is dead to me. I hate him the same as Van Persie and Drew. Listen, going to Chelsea, I don't know why Arsenal fans get this thing where they just hate, like where players can't go to another team in the Prem. Like, bro, it's Chelsea. They're trash, right? He's an older player. He's getting closer to 40. He's on the wrong side of 35. Is he on the wrong side of 35? I think. Is he 35? I think. But he's the wrong side of 30 anyway. But he's going for a last big contract, and he's going there for leadership. I can't be mad at that, man. I can't be mad at that. Make sure you sub to Tyson Mitchell. Yep, please do. I appreciate it. Make sure you support everybody. England played better second half. Yeah, but I don't think it's enough. It ain't enough, man. I honestly don't think it's enough. South Africa, Canada at 8 p.m. UK time, which yeah. Big up to Quadra for that. I love Mbappe's goal class. Yeah, man. Mbappe, when he gets out of the egotistical version of himself, like, he can actually play. It's just the ego sometimes, right? And we see it with some of the best players. Sometimes the ego like overtakes the talent. You end up not winning anything. And that's what we're saying with Ronaldo. Sometimes your ego overtakes your talent. Bro, Ronaldo, you're not 25 anymore, bro. You are definitely on the wrong side of 35. You're not 25 anymore, broski. Like, come off the bench. Like, if Ronaldo had the ego that Messi does when it comes to football, Portugal would be clear. Because you bring Ronaldo on with like 25 minutes to go, then you've got a problem. But you're trying to play this guy for 90 minutes, and he don't have the legs he used to have, man. But Ronaldo's also got to sit down and be like, bro, I'm the past. I'm not the future. I'm the past. That's it. Like, sometimes you got to get out of your own way. And I don't know if Ronaldo can. Matt said people blame Ronaldo every time Portugal Ronaldo loses. It's just shameless. Ronaldo's 41. He ain't the only player there. UCL went in midfielders. But they're feeding Ronaldo. They're like, you can see that instead of taking what they're given, they're trying to feed Ronaldo. Right? And he's not the only problem. You're correct. But he shouldn't be the focal point. Cape Verde showed more fighting spirit than Turkey and Qatar did, even though they finna get dish ragged by Messi. It's fine. It's absolutely fine though. They're probably happy to be playing against the GOAT, to be fair. Like, imagine they can tell all the people back home, I played against Messi in Argentina. We got dish ragged, but I played against him. It's a good story. It's a feel-good story. England needs to learn how to play good in the first half. They only want to turn for the second half. They will lose it. They keep moving like that. England's got Nani Madueke. That's all I can say. They got Nani Madueke. Right? If we were serious, Nani Madueke wouldn't be in the England squad. But Netherlands, some demons. This World Cup, they have attack and defense on lock. But Morocco and Netherlands are my dark horse. They've been my dark horse team. People are just like, oh, Netherlands. I'm like, I think they can be a problem, man. And honestly, in my heart of hearts, I want somebody who's never won the World Cup to win this World Cup. partially because I want a new kit. And I said I'm going to buy the kit of the team that wins. So I'd like new kit, and I'd like something new in my collection. Brazil had the best revival of this World Cup. Not gonna lie, first game thought they were gonna get grouped like Turkey, but Vinny turned it around for them. I want that guy at the Emirates. I want that guy at the Emirates. If he wants to leave Real Madrid, get that man at the Emirates. I'm behind in chat. Iran played great this World Cup. They deserve to be in the knockouts. But I think not suspecting what Trump might have read this. Yeah, man. Big up to España. Big up to España. Look, I love Spain. Spain was terrible. First game was stepped up first half. Yeah, man. It's all about getting through the knockouts. Now we got to be better, right? The first game they were terrible because they decided to put what's his name? Lamine Yamal on the bench, which I don't understand why he would do that, but they did. So yeah. Cape Verde are making history right now. I never thought they would even make the knockouts. I thought they'll get 7-0 every match to prove everyone wrong. Man, sometimes the fans and the weight of representing your country is enough. Sometimes it ain't. It wasn't enough for Uruguay. It didn't help them. But yeah. Cape Verde, they've put their nation on their back, and they've showed they've been proud. Even if they get pumped 5-0 by Messi, they can be proud. Great show as always. Thank you, Quash. I appreciate it. Cape Verde played decent. Well done to the. Yeah, man. They had me about to throw the laptop, man. The way they did us against Spain. That man Vozinho, bro, blocking everything. Spain is good, but without Yamal on attack, they look weak and not as much as a threat. Yeah. Yes, Tyson, they are out. They were awful. They were awful. Darwin Nunez was awful, bro. But I think Spain have to get the balance right. For me, Marino in midfield is not the wave. It ain't the wave for Arsenal. It ain't. He's got to be like a support striker, or the striker if you move it in midfield. Yeah. Uruguay was terrible. Uruguay was terrible. Tyson said, that's my team in the draw. I knew there was nothing to watch for. Nah, man, they were terrible. They were terrible. And yeah, they embarrassed themselves. And I hate that for them, but they did. Imagine Trump presenting the World Cup trophy to an African team. That's why I want it to happen. Bro, I would love for African team, bro. Because he called them all, crap hole countries. So I would love for them. I would love for an African team to show up to the White House. And not only do I want them to show up to the White, like, bro, did you see how, was it Congo? Where they had a leopard across? Was it Congo? Or Senegal? One of them. One of the African teams came, they had the African drip. Bro, I want you to show up to the White House with that. I want you to show up. I want you to do a victory tour with that. They had good players with pinch below a team that just made their first ever World Cup. Saudi was trash other than that against. Yeah, man. Uruguay just embarrassed. Big up, inconsistent. How you doing, bro? Big up to everybody in the chat. Thank you for sticking with me. I didn't expect this many people. Big up to you guys. Go Mbappe 6, GA and 3. The dictator stuff is lame now. He's supporting the team now. I think though Mbappe's ego. I think Mbappe's ego is different for France than it is for Real Madrid or it was for PSG. Because Mbappe's like, I'm the best player. But then you line up next to Olise. At least I'm like, bro, I'm a winner. Like, you line up next to Dembele, bro, I won a Champions League. Like, it's kind of hard for him to, like, you know what I'm saying, throw his weight around. Because it's like, bro, we're winners too. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. Is Mexico out? No, they won a group. Mexico really good. Norway shot, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, Odegaard is captain. Enough said. Rock was not doing anything. They got dunked on by everybody. We knew. Messi FC group. Mexico dominated that group comfortable. Yes, they did. Has not lost one game in this World Cup. They took the strong. They looked the strongest other than the USA of the host country. That's what I said. Them and USA looked strongest. Canada looked the weakest. Ronaldo needs to take a break. He needs to come on when exactly. Come on, Tyler. Ain't no shame to still go. You're 41. Can't be starting full 90 minutes every game. The team is being held back. Exactly. They're trying to feed him. Feed. And he's not 25 anymore, bro. He's not a young man. Got him with the handball derby because Panama was more boring than watching us in the Premier League, bro. The game Panama versus England, broski, I was sat here yawning, sleeping, feet up, bro, blanket up. I was so exhausted watching that match. It was absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Squad Croatia cooking Ghana was not on my list, but I guess that's what they get for using Voodoo Kane in England to handball their way to a point to qualify. Croatia still got it, though. Croatia has technical ability. They might not have the legs. You know, man like Kovacic and Perisic and Modric, they're old, bro. They're on the wrong side of 35. However, that technical ability, same thing with Messi. Messi's old too, but the technical ability is still there. The ability to make something happen is still there. They old now, but they ain't making it to the quarters. Nah, they're not gonna make. I'm gonna go through my version of the bracket if it lets me. But yeah, they don't have the youth to make it, but they've got the technical ability. Ronaldo needs to support the team instead of making the team always supporting him. It will make him lose and ruin his legacy even more in the World Cup. He's 41, can't do it all anymore. Nope. Xhaka is 33, 34 in September. I thought Xhaka was 35, man. That's crazy. I didn't know how old he was. He's old though. His legs are old, but yeah, Brian, you guys got you a player. I think, right? And like I said, it's a football channel, and I'll let it go. Putting the rivalry aside, I think that Xabi Alonso will make that move because he needs a leader. Chelsea, Reece James, he ain't on the pitch enough to be that leader. We saw Cole Palmer, not that leader. Xabi Alonso knows that Granit Xhaka is the leader that he wants. He did it for him at Leverkusen when they went invincible. He knows that Xhaka will be a hard man. He'll get people in line. He'll snitch if need be. And I think that's actually a good sign. I think that elevates Chelsea from 10th to respectable 8th place. So big up Chelsea. Big up Chelsea. I'm still a hater. Ronaldo ain't the only problem. The coach and the tactics and style play is Ronaldo can't score the time for them. They can't play to feed Ronaldo. They have to play to help the country and the team win. Yep. They got to, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. Big up to Congo, too. They outplayed Portugal first game, locked up Ronaldo, and they only lost one game. They won their other 2 games. Yeah, man. Big up to the African team. 9 out of 10 is impressive. 9 out of 10 is impressive. I'm very happy with that for the African teams. I'm very happy for the African teams, man. Very. Only African team that didn't qualify is Tunisia. Most of the other African teams qualified in good shape to compete against the European team. I'm going to go through the bracket in a minute. Sucic, Musa are decent. Not going to lie. They're technical. Croatia's always been technical. But when your best players are old and they don't have the legs, that's where you kind of miss things. Mexico, Portugal final is on then. I don't think so. But it would be not. Listen, if Mexico, Portugal was the final, I'd be gassed. Either one of those, I'd be gassed. But it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Mexico is good, even if they make the final. Y'all ain't sure Portugal will make it if you didn't depend on Ronaldo. Facts. Why is everybody glazing Bellingham lately? He's still mid. English tax, bro. He played for Real Madrid. Bro, you could be the middest player in history. You play for Real Madrid, and people think you're a GOAT, bro. That's what it is. That's what it is. Tunisia wasn't doing nothing. Back-to-back 5 goals dunked on their heads. It was like watching Spurs defend. That's offensive to Tunisia, okay? Because Spuds was just letting everybody go. Let's see if I can do this thing. Can I do a bracket challenge now? Is it too late? All right. Cool beans. Let me pull this. Big up to everybody in the chat. He can't create. He isn't technical. He still can't progress the ball. Yeah, man. Let me remove that. Let me stop the screen sharing. And share screen. Bracket challenge. Bracket challenge. Let's get that going. Let's do that. All right. Can you guys see it? Can you see the bracket? Let's go through. We're doing the knockouts this time. Put your picks in there. Right? Put your picks in there. Can you see the bracket? Let me see. England's basically Hurricane FC. Without them, they ain't doing nothing. I don't agree. I think they can do something if they allow themselves to play. I think that Harry Kane, that last match, wasn't that great. I think they should have brought on Ollie Watkins a little bit earlier, give you something. My problem with Tuchel is he's doing the Arteta, and they're doing the Arteta, and he's not changing the way they play. He's just going with it, and then at the end of the game, trying to chuck players on, and it's going to catch up to them. He's the only world-class player they have in Germany, Washington, Paraguay. All right, so let's go through Germany versus Paraguay. I've got to agree with Max. Germany get the win. France versus Sweden. You know, you ain't seeing this, bro. France is going to dish rag Sweden. Tonight's match, South Africa versus Canada. South Africa. I'm going South Africa. Delusion. South Africa. Let's see if South Africa can do something. Germany, France. Gyökeres, love you, bro, but you going home to better. Yeah, bro. They gonna cook them. Canada. They got Canada. I'm picking my first upset. I'm gonna say South Africa can get through. Netherlands, Morocco. I've got. What have I done here? I've done myself. Oh, never mind. I've done it. It's back now. I've got Netherlands going through. I keep kicking my camera. Sorry, guys. They couldn't beat Wash. All right. Okay. All right. We'll switch back to Canada. No Nedved, no. And Mexico earned the first game. No, I'm going South Africa. I'm staying with it. South Africa. It won't matter. I'm staying South Africa. I could be wrong. I ain't changing. Portugal versus Croatia. In Toronto. Wait, where's Canada playing? Where's Canada playing? In Los Angeles? I got South Africa. Toronto. I'm going Netherlands on sheer force of how ruthless they are. It has to be Canada for my Canadian relatives. And Max says Portugal barely. I'm going Portugal. I just think they have a little bit more youth. And if they bend Ronaldo and they say, Ronaldo, slow down, and they play how we think that Portugal can play, I just don't think Croatia have the legs. Yeah, man. Spain over Austria or Yatha ball. You guys know I'm picking Spain for everything. Probably a lucky Ronaldo tap in and pin. Yeah, I could see it. The next one, USA over Bosnia. Ooh, USA versus Bosnia. Spain, Washington, Austria. Yeah, man. Dish Ragnar. Portugal, Spain. Yep, I agree. Yamal dog. Yeah, man. USA versus Bosnia. I'm gonna say USA win this one. Ooh, where are they playing? San Fran. I would love to see Bosnia get a win though, but I'm gonna say USA. I think they were strong. Belgium versus Senegal. I'm going Senegal. Belgium. Nah, I'm going Senegal. I'm going Senegal. Um, Bosnia handball they way to a win. They could. They honestly could. Because, but I think your boy Balogun gets the win. USA Belgium, who Brian has, or USA ruthlessly win. That's what I think is gonna happen. I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna go. I think they're gonna go quick. Yeah. If they attack first and score 3, USA win it. If they don't, they go home, and that's the way USA. Belgium barely. On the other side, Brazil versus Japan. I'm pulling. That was a tough one, bro. That's a tough one. I will be watching that. I'm doing that one tomorrow. I will be doing that game at 6:00 because I want to see it. Brazil can be good, but they can also be trash. You know what? I'm picking another upset. I'm going Japan. It's 50-50. I say Japan get it. Based on their attack and Daku Trossard build up. Yeah, man. But Belgium always let you down. Brazil, yep, it's 50-50. Brian says Brazil, Norway. Japan have the midfielders in defense and better ball playing, but Brazil can be mid. Yeah, if it comes down to defensive, I think Japan will just take their chances. Yep, that tag is skill. I'm gonna say Japan. Ivory Coast and Norway. I'm picking Ivory Coast. I'm picking Ivory Coast. I think Ivory Coast. Was it Germany they played where I felt like they had a good game and they just let it go? I think Ivory Coast with man like Pepe. I think that they have what it takes to actually get a win against Norway. If Odegaard plays like Arsenal Odegaard in the big games, then you know what's gonna happen. So yeah. Mexico versus Ecuador. Wait. And y'all can't underrate. Yeah, you can't underrate the Ivory Coast. Or Vinny for Brazil. That's true. But I'll pick an upset. Although I think Brazil probably will win. And they'll get through. I'm just gonna pick Japan because it's my bracket. Mexico in Mexico City versus Ecuador. Mexico, bro. Mexico. I don't even have to explain that, bro. I don't even have to explain that. Mexico versus Ecuador. You're playing in Mexico City. You're playing in the capital. And yeah, and Kapi will be on his way back to rest and recover for our season. Big up to Kapi. We finally signed that dude as well. Japan beat Brazil last time, so Brazil will want revenge. I hear that. I hear that. But like you said, they did beat Brazil, so they know how to do it again. I think it's going to be tight, and I can't wait to watch that one tomorrow. Mexico will have attack and midfielders, but Ecuador defense is brick wall like Arsenal. I think Mexico edge it because of the crowd. They're playing in front of the home crowd. Like you're playing in front of the home crowd at your national stadium. Like stadium in Mexico City. Like if you would want to play anywhere, you want to play at home at your actual home, right? So yeah, I just think Mexico get it. England versus Congo. I think England win. Yeah, I think they do win. So England can be mid, but ooh. I will say this. I think England win, but I don't think it's going to be, Whistler's there. That team can get goals. And England have this thing where Pickford will cost England a goal. And he will cost England a vital goal. I think Pickford will cost England a vital goal. It hasn't happened yet, but I think it's going to happen. And it might not be against Congo. It might be against Mexico. But he will cost them a goal, and they'll end up going out. And then they'll blame Thomas Tuchel and all the black players. What's his dangerous striker? But England have more experience in numbers. Yeah, I think they just edge it. It's not going to be easy. Wan-Bissaka is a menace for it. Yep. 1v1 demon. That's what they say. Oh, Wan-Bissaka. Argentina versus Cape Verde. I'm pulling off another upset here, guys. I'm going Cabo Verde. You've heard it here first. I'm just playing. I'm playing. Argentina are going to dish rag them. Cabo Verde is a feel good story. They're a feel good story. But yeah, their story ends on the 3rd of July. If Kane scores 2, it's over. Mexico and hopefully England. Yep. Messi's dog walking. Messi is a demon as well. Yeah, bro. I think that Vizinha he'll be like Dr. Octopus. He'll be everywhere, but eventually the energy runs out. Let's see. Dallas, Australia versus Egypt. Now Australia will be very it will not be a 7-0, but they ain't doing nothing to mess. Yeah, man. I think that they'll wow, Brian says Cape Verde, Australia. Do you just not like Argentina? Is that what it is? Do you just not like Argentina? Australia versus Egypt. I'm gonna go Australia as well, because Australia have a pretty good defense. They will stifle Egypt, and it just comes down to who gets that first score. And I think it'll be Australia. Switzerland versus Algeria. I'm gonna go Switzerland. Just barely. Just barely. Australia, that handball is different. Maria, yeah. But that's what they'll need to do against Egypt. If they can nullify Egypt, I think Australia have the score to get something out of there. And in the last match, Colombia versus Ghana. Ghana have looked good, but so Colombia. I'm gonna go Colombia win. And big up to everybody in the chat sticking with me this long. Going back up the top, let the fairy tale continue. Big up. Going back up the top, round of 16. Germany versus France. If there is one team I think that could stifle France, I think it could be Germany. Just because of how they play. The German midfield is pretty good. Colombia winning defense attack on lot. Diaz, James, and Suarez. Ain't nobody stopping them. Algeria, Colombia. Yeah, Algeria, Colombia. That's interesting. It would be nice for Algeria to go through as well. Zidane's son back there. Germany, France. I want to say Germany can stop them, but I don't think they will. I think France will go through. Brian says France wash, not easy, but I want revenge for that Nations League. But if there's any team on this side of the bracket that I think can stop France, it is Germany. South Africa versus Netherlands. I think the Dutch get there. I think it's easy. What do you guys think? Big up to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you sticking by. We almost done with this. We'll look at We'll look at the fantasy, which I had an absolute stinker on. And then, yeah, we'll look at some kits, and then I'll let you guys go and watch the match. That striker position is, yeah, Havertz, bro. Kai Havertz, trash. Netherlands win. Yep, I got Netherlands winning, so it'll be Netherlands versus France. Brian's got Netherlands as well. Portugal versus Spain. Max say they'll probably make the semi. Portugal versus Spain. I'm picking Spain. Watch Sane in that right wing position. Yeah, man. Brian's picking Spain. Matt's picking Spain. Bye-bye, Portugal. It's over. The dream ends in Dallas. USA versus Senegal. USA versus Senegal. What you guys got? USA versus Senegal. I'm going to say Senegal. I think Senegal would just edge it. They have the teamwork, technicality, and a much fresh squad and better tactics. Yep. USA got good attack, but Senegal and nobody play with. Can't underestimate them. They have good midfielders. I think Senegal just edge it. Senegal have no good striker. You know what? They playing in Seattle. I'll change it. I think USA. Just because they're playing in Seattle. Because the last time they played in Seattle, they had a good showing. Seattle is one of those stadiums that is very good for playing football in, right? It's not like Atlanta where it's kind of spread out. Seattle is made for the noise, and it will be a home time atmosphere. I didn't pay attention that they were playing in Seattle. USA will edge them. USA will edge them in Seattle. Japan versus Ivory Coast in New York. I edge USA because they don't miss too much. Chances Sarr can't finish for nothing, and Mane ain't doing nothing. Papa Gay can't save him this time. Nah. Japan versus Ivory Coast. I've got Japan. Max has got Japan. What does Brian have? I got Japan. I think this will be close. Brian also has Japan. Good. We're on the same accord. I think Japan will make it through to the quarterfinals. Mexico, England. Back in Mexico City. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a close match. Listen, how is Mexico getting all these Mexico cities, bro? Mexico City. Once again, I think that the crowd helped Mexico. I think Pickford finally has his stinker. And I say Mexico play Japan. I think Mexico played Japan. Brian says hopefully England. I think listen, Mexico will have home. You guys know, like, I watch football, and I grew up when I was a kid. I used to cheer for Mexico. Mexico's fans will get them over the line. They will get them over the line, and I think they have what it takes to beat England. Mexico have more creativity, better wingers, and a full fit squad. Do have a good chance to win. England and Pickford is mid, and also they run just as much. They can run just as much as Jude Bellingham, just as much as Declan Rice. So yeah, Konsa and Gehi will have their work cut out for them. So yeah. So I'm going Mexico. And in Atlanta, Argentina, Australia. Do we have an upset? Do we have an upset in Atlanta? I'm thinking not. I think Argentina roll. Now, if there's one person that can unlock Haram ball, it's Lionel Messi. He's had to do it a lot in his career. Unlike people sitting behind the ball, it's Lionel Messi. I think Argentina will be too much for them. What do you guys think? Oh, Brian's got Australia. He thinks the Haram ball works. Messi triple hat trick. He's got 9 goals. Big up to Mats, man. Yeah, I think Argentina. Messi's just goated, bro. Messi's even at his older age, he's goated, bro. And then lastly, the Swiss versus Colombia. I've got Colombia. I just think that Diaz and James, I think they'll have enough. So that's what I got going. You could probably play 7 at the back here. Yeah, bro. And I'm so fortunate to have watched Messi, in Spain in his prime when I was living there. So yeah, Colombia winning. I agree. What does Brian have? Big up to everybody in the chat. Attack wins it. Midfield and defense. Tony Popovich is the man. Big ups. All right, so back into the quarterfinals. I promise we're almost done, guys. Here we go. Let's move it this way. So we start off with France versus Netherlands. I gotta pick France. You know what? It's my bracket. It's my bracket. Here at Rican Futbol TV. We are delusional. I'm going Netherlands. I'm going Netherlands in an upset. The Dutch get an upset in Boston. The biggest upset since 1775. Switzerland will bore everyone. Yeah, man. I don't even know who the Swiss got on their team. Listen, so Boston, I got the Dutch winning. I wish they was playing in New York, New Amsterdam. Matt say France defense weak though, but they have better attack. If they can hold off Netherlands attack, they win it. But I edge it to Netherlands. They have better defense and midfield strength. And Mbappe can't save us this time. I've got the Netherlands winning. I got the Netherlands winning. I'm taking it. I don't care. I'm picking the Dutch. And people have dropped that probably because they think I'm delusional, but it's fine. It's okay. Right? USA versus Spain. In Los Angeles, I don't care. A lot of Spanish speakers in Los Angeles. It's going España, right? España put USA away, and I think that it's yep. Spain said USA packing. It's over, fam. It's over. Japan versus Mexico. I'm picking Mexico. Brian has Netherlands, USA. You got USA beating Spain? That's crazy, bro. It ain't happening. Not in this life, buddy. Not in this life. Nope. I can't see it. But it's your bracket. I can't see it. I got Mexico beating Japan because it's Miami. And guess what? Guess what the regional language of Miami, Florida is? Espanol and the Mexicans take it again. And they got a lot of Mexicans. I grew up with them. So, yep. Mexico's second home. Miami. Actually, it's probably the third home because I feel like San Antonio would be, or Houston. But, yeah. I got Mexico winning versus Japan. Matt say Mexico winning surprisingly. I'm not surprised. And then Argentina versus Colombia. Ooh. Now that's going to be a spicy one. Argentina versus Colombia. But once again, I got Argentina winning. Sheer force of they're more physical and have more speed and fluidity. So my quarterfinals, my semifinals, sorry, are Netherlands versus Spain and Mexico versus Argentina. That Japan striker is mid. Argentina winning Colombia. Yeah, I got them as well. Even though I think that could be a game where they actually lose. But yeah. Russia beat Spain on home turf. I hear that. Netherlands beat Spain. What's my bracket? So I'm going Spain. Actually, you know what? I will say that on the channel. I think that Spain get through. I think Spain will get through. They have better strength, more attacking numbers, and strikers on form. Gap goes. I'm gonna put Netherlands because in this bracket, I'm actually gonna say that Mexico beat Argentina. So my final will be Netherlands versus Mexico. That's what I'm going for. Netherlands versus Mexico. Two teams that haven't won. The Dutch who always get there but fall short, and the Mexicans who are we're just that wily team. That midfield is John Gravenberch cooking plus Van Dijk getting back form. Yeah. I got the Netherlands versus Mexico. That is my final. And for my bracket, Mexico versus the Netherlands, it's a tough game. It goes back and forth. We don't know. 90th minute. I got Mexico winning. Mexico win the World Cup. That's what I got. It's pure delusion, guys. I know that it's probably going to be Argentina, France, right? But this is Rican Futbol TV, the home of dopamine and delusion, right? So it's my bracket. I do have football knowledge. I do caveat it with I do know what's probably going to happen. However, it's my bracket. I don't care. So I got Mexico winning the whole thing. I'm going to hit safe. Congratulations. I chose Mexico as my champion. There we go. Ooh, vote for goal of the tournament. I've gone down a rabbit hole. Will it let me? I think I froze it. Goal of the tournament so far. Delusion. I'm voting for Isidore. Haiti might not win anything, but they're gonna win goal of the tournament. Cause it was a screamer. I ain't gonna lie, it was a screamer. But like I said, it's the goal of this. I ain't changing my vote. All right. So let me go back to this. Big up to everybody in the chat still watching. I know I'm waffling. Let's look at my leagues. The last bit. The full global breakfast that Shane's one, I had an absolute stinker. In our own league, right? In our own league, the Rican Futbol League. Yeah, man, my week 3 was terrible. Terrible. I don't know who this is. Who is this? Does it tell you? That man had Pickford. I don't know who this is. Sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia. What a name. Valar Scorgulis. That's a good one. Here we go. My team 233. I'm gonna need something in the knockouts. But yeah, I've had an absolute stinker. Brian Underdogs having a rough one. Prone. They ain't being the Netherlands with those names: Van Dijk, De Jong, Gakpo, Robbie, and that new winger Somerville. Gravenberg's way more physical. De Jong will describe Netherlands win, and the economists would predict the right winner 4 years in a row. Yeah, I would like for a Netherlands win. It'd be great. It'd be a great story. And I don't have any Dutch kits, so that'd be great. But yeah, my football team, I've had an absolute stinker. Left Gyökeres on the bench. Wouldn't have made too much of a difference. Holland didn't play. Nobody else on my bench really played either, so it wouldn't have made much of a difference. Musiala, trash. Somerville, 1 point. Olise Valverde got kicked out. I mean, Hakimi was my best player. Messi, of course, I vice-captained them. I had a stinker and hooked. But my next team is better. I've redone it, I think. I've got Allison in goal, Gabriel Saliba and Kapi and Hakimi, Nemecha, Olise, Musiala, because they're playing Paraguay. I should definitely get some points off of there. Holland, Messi, and Mbappe. And on the bench, I got Adams, Somerville, Laporte, and Simone. I should probably change that. I'm going to sub him because I think that Japan will actually score against Allison. Underdogs more like underwhelming. Let's see. Listen, you guys could hold on. Go back to my team. I go back to my team, right? Round 1, 91 points. Round 2, 103 points. 39. I was terrible. Terrible in the third. This is why I suck at fantasy, because I always forget to redo it. Let's go back to leagues. Yeah, I've had a stink. I was at the top of the global breakfast and just I forgot who this league is. But yeah. I just be joining random leagues, man. Okay. But in my league, let's see, Brian. 50. I mean, you got more than me, man, in the third one. Big up to Prom. And Max said they were the only team to drag Argentina penalties last game. Yeah, man. Big up to Prom. So Brian had Allison, Wan-Bissaka, Riyad, all right. Mazwari. Danny Amo did nothing. That guy was trash. He was absolute trash. Vinicius. They got Vinicius as a midfielder. Mbappe. Yeah, and he did like me. He made Holland the captain, and he didn't play, which is absolute sadness. And Reinders on the bench, but yeah. I got off to a blinding start, and it was just awful after that. So, yeah. Big up, Prom. He said, been on the night shifts. It was good to see you, Prom. I appreciate you stopping by. We We like you coming into the community. Let me get done with this. So there we go. I've gone through the brackets. I've got Mexico winning the whole thing. My fantasy's trash. Let me stop this thing. Let's go back to this. Big up to everybody. Oh, wait, we're back. We're back. So yeah, we talked about the World Cup. We talked about everything. Starting the last shift now, then 2 days off. Big up to you, Pro, man. I know you do those big shifts, 2 days off, man. I got to go back to work tomorrow, bro. It's crazy. I'm not looking forward to it, but at least it'll be cooler than it was before. Let me get a drink real quick, guys, because I've been on here an hour and a half. And the game will be starting soon, so I am gonna dip out. It's gonna start in 12 minutes, but you know, we can watch it around in the background if you guys want. I'll be honest, right? The reason why I'm not doing tonight's game is because I'm gonna spend today with the missus, because I will be covering games the rest of the week pretty much. So, I said the weekend we can have, I've done the thing yesterday, and the knockouts are coming up. And while I'd like to cover Canada, it's not the most exciting one. Like Japan, Brazil, I'm gonna cover that. Actually, let's go through that real quick. Let's just go through the next ones. Just so I can show you guys what I'm thinking about, because big up to everybody in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. Promo says feet rub time in a bit. We're gonna watch the game. I usually sit on the floor and watch the game, and she watches her show and talks to her mom. So we do that, and then we'll play the game together. But let me pull this up for you guys. There you go. So tonight it's South Africa versus Canada. I will be watching that game by myself, because tomorrow I definitely want to do the Brazil versus Japan game. So I will have that set up. I will be doing that game. We'll watch along. So if you guys are around, make sure you pop in. Then I will try to do on Tuesday. I'm going to do Ivory Coast versus Norway. Another 6 o'clock game, because there's two teams that I haven't watched. So I haven't watched Ivory Coast or Norway on the channel. So I will do that. And then I'll be back on Wednesday. I will miss this England game because I'll still be at work. So I will be back later on for Belgium versus Senegal on Wednesday. Thursday, of course, we're doing Spain versus Austria at 8 o'clock. And then Friday, I will be doing Australia versus Egypt, which will probably be a little bit of a bore fest, but I will be doing that. So I will be doing those games, right? I'm doing Spain because obviously I'm a Spanish fan. I will be doing those games. Actually, Friday I might ask you guys. I might leave Friday up to you guys if you want me to do Australia, Egypt, or Argentina, Cabo Verde. So it depends. It's Friday night, so I probably could do Cabo Verde if that's what you guys want. I'll leave it up to the community for Friday. But yes, those are the games that I'll be doing. So Brazil, Japan, Ivory Coast, Norway, Belgium, Senegal, Spain, Austria, and Friday I'll leave up to the community, right? Big up to Brian. Say I'm off to watch the match. Have a good rest of the day. Thank you so much, Brian. So those are the ones that I'm doing. Those are the ones I'm doing for the week. So I'm going to do every day this week. So today I'm taking the time off, spending it with the wife, and then I will be doing that during the week. So I'll be doing watch alongs because we're getting into the business end of the year of the tournament. So yeah. What else we got? What else we got? I think that's it for the World Cup stuff. I do have some kits I want to show you guys, right? So we've hit the kit section of the stream. So big up to everybody who's still watching. Firstly, I did show you guys this one on other stream, but I did buy the Jamaica kit. I found this in TK Maxx, which I like. I like the pattern. You can see the subdued pattern, the Reggae Boys. It's my first Jamaica kit. A couple of guys in the chat say you should get one. I found one. It was relatively cheap. So there we go. My next kits, as I said, they're going to be the European kits that I have. So the kits that I'm doing today are stadiums that I've traveled to, right? So I'm doing stadiums that I've traveled to, stadiums that I've toured, as far as kits. So my first kit is Ajax. I've got Ajax. I'm pretty sure this one's from 2015, 2016. I've got my name and number on the back. But yeah, there we go. I've damaged the numbering, unfortunately. But yeah, Ajax. There we go. And I like the Amsterdam 3Xs. I like that one. So yeah, and Amsterdam. My next two are Atletico Madrid. So the reason I have these, they were celebrating the 50-year anniversary of the Estadio Vicente Calderon, and I actually went to a match during this season. So this is the logo before they changed it and then changed it back. Of course, I got my name on the back again. So this is my Hispanic name, Miqueto, and that's my favorite number. So I got my Spanish name on the back. But yeah, and then here you've got, I don't know if you can see it, the actual Vicente Calderon. So this was where they played in all black kit. You know, I like all black kit with the yellow joint. Oh yeah, and I also have a home kit. So this one has a little bit 1995, 96 to 2015, 2016. So I got this one. And I do like that the LFP patch is now brown, but was sewed on there. But yes, Atletico Madrid. So I toured the Vicente Calderon. I have a special Atletico Madrid kit as well. But I toured the Vicente Calderon because I knew they were moving out of it. So I decided to kind of get memorabilia from it. So I think those kits are actually probably worth a little bit to Spanish collectors. But yes, let's see. My next two are from rival teams that share the same stadium. So I have Inter Milan. Let me do the button in so you can actually see it. So Inter Milan with the Pirelli enter on the back. But I like this kit. I remember I got this kit and I was like, I like the stripes. I was like, this joint is nice. Pirelli. I said Pirelli, but I know what it is, Pirelli. But yeah, Inter Milan. They've changed their logo as well. And of course, if you get Inter Milan and you visit San Siro, you can't leave without AC Milan. So I do have an AC Milan kit as well. And this was the season they had like their alternate badge. But in the badge itself, they have the AC Milan right here. They've got the AC Milan logo that they were using. And of course, I've got my name and number with the AC Milan at the bottom. And this one also has Serie A TIM. So 2017, 2018, they had it on there. It's fading a little bit, but yeah, I got this one in 2017, I think, when I went. So, yep, Milan. There you go. So AC. And then I also have a France kit because I did go my first time I went to Paris, and I got Raphael Varane. There were so many other players I could have got, but when they asked me what player I wanted, Varane was the only one I could remember. Because I was new to watching football at the time, but because this one is from 2015. So I was new to watching club football, and this is the only person I could remember at the time. But as you can see, it's only got the 1 star. But yes, Raphael Varane, and then he went to United, and I'm like, ugh, right. And my last two kits, I've visited. So I've been to Lisbon, and this is Benfica. So they won Campeão, League of Portugal. They were champions this season. And I've got my name in 23. Of course, they got Sagres. But yes. And they've got a sleeve sponsor as well. So yeah. SL Benfica. And then I've also visited this stadium, and I like this one. So I don't know. As you guys know, I definitely love crazy kits. So I got this one, Porto, with Warrior. And they've got the Mio on the sleeves, and they're sponsored by They were sponsored by Subot, and I've got my name and number. So these are actually the oldest ones for the stadiums I visited. I got 23 at first because that's what I wore, and then I started going to 13. So when I get kits now, it's always 13 on the back. Who was the most cheered club in Portugal? Benfica, Sporting? I'm not sure. Probably Benfica, man. But I'm not sure. I've never been to a Portugal match. I just toured the stadiums. So yeah. I like Porto. If I were to choose between the 3 teams, I like Porto. Because I like Porto as a city. I think it's a beautiful city. They've got good food and good wine. It's hilly, but it's a great city. So I would choose Porto. And we can have those conversations. Like, who would I choose for different countries? When I think about it, like if I had to choose, England is obviously Arsenal. Spain is obviously Sevilla. But France, if I had to choose a team in France, it'd probably be Lyon or Bordeaux. I wouldn't choose PSG, even though I have PSG kit. It'd probably be Lyon. just because I like their kits. And the city of Leon is nice. Germany. If I had to choose a team in Germany, I don't know. Probably a team like Stuttgart or Schalke. If I had to guess, I really follow the German league. Portugal would be Benfica, not Benfica. Sorry, Porto. Because I was looking at Portugal, Benfica. I was looking at your comment. Portugal be Porto. Who else? Italy. It'd probably be Como, man. Probably be Como. But if we're talking about the big ones, if we're talking about the big three in Italy or big four in Italy. Oh, it'd probably be Roma. It'd probably be Roma. I like Roma. And between the Milans, I like Inter because they're internationally. But yeah, I think that's everybody. I think that's all of the major countries. Because people don't rate sport in other countries, and football fans don't rate. I think sporting is good. For me, Juventus, Inter Milan, Roma, or Napoli. It'd be Roma. It'd be Roma. I like Rome. I like Rome as a city. I've been to Naples. I'm gonna say I've been to Napoli. Milan more historic than Inter Milan, but I like Inter Milan because they were the ones who allowed international players. But it would be Roma for me. Like I said, I've got a I've got a I've got a Totti. I got a Totti kit in there. It's actually next to me. I could probably pull it out. Actually, maybe I can pull it out. Give me a second. See, I got my kits next to me now. See if it's in this bucket because I've got a whole bunch. I did pull it out the other day. Yeah, this. Here we go. Yeah. So this one's from 2016 when I went there, when I went to Roma. But I like this, man. I like. I'm a sucker for burgundy and maroon. But yes, I got this when I went to Rome. I went to a local shop and they had all of the kits. Or was it a Roma shop? It was either Nike store or a Roma shop. But I went in there and I was like, I want a player. Who should I get? And they said, oh, you got Francesco Totti. So I was like, all right, cool. That's what I got. And now it's probably worth something, to be fair. So yeah. I've got kits. I got kits galore. I mean, it's a new one as well that I got. All right. I actually want to wear that one later. But yeah, I got a ton of kits. But yeah. Inter Milan better club for me. They have way more international player movement, to be honest. Rarely see foreign players play for Milan. Inter Milan got legends who ain't from Italy. Yep. And Eto'o is the greatest African player ever. Not Salah or Mane. Ain't no hate or Drogba either. He's second behind Eto'o. And even though my favorite culture is 3 round, he made dribble what it is today. Yeah. I got a Drogba kit. I got Didier Drogba kit. Because when I first started watching football and I didn't have a team, I like Drogba and I like Daniel Sturridge, so I have their kits. But yeah, I like a good striker. I like a good striker and a good player. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. I think the match is on. I think that's where everybody's going to go watch the match. But let me see what's happening real quick, and then I shall let you guys go. But big up everybody who's in the chat. I'll be on for about 10 more minutes. So as we do at the end of every show, every Waffle House, if you guys got any questions you want to ask, if you guys got any topics we want to talk about, now's the time. Put them in the chat. Everything's everything's good. If I don't want to talk about it, I'll just say I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, man, now is a free for all. Get your questions in. And if you don't have any, but yeah. Max said, who made you support Arsenal? Oh, Max, you're killing me, bro. You're killing me. Give me 2 seconds, Max. I got an answer to that question. I really. I'm back. Because I like visual, man. I have to show you. I can't just talk about it. I have to show you. My favorite. Who made me support Arsenal? Alexis Sanchez, baby. Bro, I love Alexis Sanchez so much, bro. This not even an Arsenal kid. This is Sevilla. He plays for my team now. And I spent a ton of money to get his name on the back, bro. And that's Sevilla lettering. I love Alexis Sanchez. Love Alexis Sanchez. That period, bro. That guy made me support Arsenal. Right? The way he played, the way he gave everything for the club. It sucked that he left. He went to United and it sucked. But for me, Alexis Sanchez was everything. Everything. What's your favorite style of football for Arsenal? Wenger ball, man. Wenger ball. I like Wenger ball. Honestly, 22-23. I loved how we played football. If we had the mental capacity that we have now in 22-23, I would have loved it because we were putting teams to the sword, bro. We were putting teams away. I love that, but I know my least favorite is what we're doing now. My least favorite is Haram ball. It's terrible. Absolute trash. For me, it's Ozil. He made me love Arsenal as a kid growing up. Same. I love Ozil as well. But I felt that the issue is I felt that when it came time to pick between Ozil and Sanchez, I think we made the wrong decision. I think we should have prioritized Alexis Sanchez because he still had a couple of good years. And unlike Ozil, Alexis Sanchez could in our bad games he could pick us up. Like Ozil was great, but sometimes when he wasn't playing, he wasn't great. So yeah, he wasn't great, but Alexis Sanchez I felt was always the man. So yeah. Who's your favorite Arsenal player of this era? So are you talking about the Mikel Arteta era? If you're talking about the Arteta era, favorite player of this era, Mikel Arteta. Gabriel. And we're talking about Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, Gabriel. Gabriel Magalhaes is my favorite player, which is shambolic because I still don't have that guy's kit. I bought one and was stolen. I just haven't gotten back, but I will make a plan. Hey, South Africa coming out to play. They might actually beat Canada. Did I pick them to beat Canada? Oh. I'm watching the game. My bad, guys. Bafana. That guy too, Alexis Sanchez is a baller from Arsenal. We went from Martinelli. Yeah, bro. Martinelli. Wenger ball was elite, and as much as I hate Arteta's point too, yeah, man, it's great. It was great football. It was great football. We out attack teams. We did. I'm always prepared, bro. I'm always prepared, and I don't do it. I don't do it on purpose. I don't do it on purpose. And who's your GOAT footballer and personal club you think is best? I don't know if you can see that. Gaucho. GOAT. This is my GOAT. Ronaldinho Gaucho is my greatest of all time. People can say Messi. People can say OG Ronaldo. And yeah, you know, it's preference. But the guy who got me into watching the beautiful game, Ronaldinho. Dino, bro. Dino played at his half potential, and it was still more potential than anything we've seen, bro. The guy now, he's in his 40s, bro. The guy now. You watch him in the soccer, but he still has it, bro. He still has it. So, yeah, bro, Dino for me. Dino. From Wenger era till Emery, it was Ozil for me. Yeah. Ronaldinho. Yep. Lots of my older friends say he's the GOAT. Yeah, bro, Dino. For me, Mbappe, because I was born in the late 2000s. Even if you're born in the late 2000s, if I was born when my brother's born, my brother's born in 06. If I was born, it'd be Messi. It'd be Messi for me. It'd be Messi for me, man. So Messi's my guy. And I've actually seen Ronaldo, Cristiano in person. I've seen him score a hat trick against Sevilla. I showed the picture. I might actually still have it on the thing. Let's see if we can find it. I did have a picture. I don't think I have it anymore. Nah, I don't have it anymore. I took it off of here. But yeah, man, I had a picture. 2008, he was coming from Monaco Academy, being a fancy. He's my favorite. We could have had him as well. I remember Arsene Wenger went to his house. I remember Arsene Wenger went to his house and we couldn't get him before he went to PSG. I like Messi and Ronaldo a lot as players. Robin and Bell. But it's Mbappe for me. And Frank Ribery. Robin, my favorite winger. Yeah, man. Listen. when it comes to like I'm older than you, it seems by a lot. But I started watching football around 2015. And I think that the football from 2015 to 2020, like to COVID, the football to COVID, I think was some of the best we've ever seen, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like Juventus was good, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Real Madrid. You had Chelsea. We watch Leicester win the Prem. You know what I'm saying? Like so 2012, maybe 2012 to 2018-ish, I think is probably the good thing. But after COVID, I feel like it was different. But before then, bro, Messi, Ronaldo, and I was lucky enough. I lived in Spain from 2015 to 2017. So, watching that Bayern Munich and Juventus, I got some of my kids, right? Some of my kids kind of show when I got into football. Like I've got a Mario Mandzukic kit when he played for Atletico. I've got obviously I got the Tate I showed you. I've got Zlatan when he played for PSG. I've got Ronaldo when he played for Real. I've got Messi and Neymar. Like, I've got Drogba. So yeah, man, I've gotten quite a few kits from that era, and I think it's some of the best football I've seen, man. Honestly, I think it's some of the best football that we'll probably see. I don't think we'll ever get back to football like that. Those two are the most instinct winger duo for me since Salah, Mane, Neymar, and Messi. Yeah. MSN is a great trio all time, but in the battle, they fell out faster than how Marino runs. Yeah. I think that Neymar wanted to be out of Messi's shadow, but Neymar wasn't as good as he was. Neymar wasn't the main character. He was a good 1B. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Because he went to PSG as the main character and he didn't do it. So yeah. Zlatan, my favorite striker of all time, no doubt. Him and Lewandowski. My favorite striker, my personal favorite, is Daniel Sturridge. But I love Zlatan as well. Just because some of the goals that he had were phenomenal. Suarez was great, but he never had that much great individual seasons. Lewandowski and the rest, yeah. I mean, he was good he's doing what he's doing at Inter Miami now. Messi's kind of making things happen. He's just finishing them off. I never wanted him to leave Barcelona, but I understood he wanted to be his own baller. Yeah, you do, man, but you could have done that later, and I wouldn't have gone to PSG. He went for the money, bro. He went for the money, and he wasn't, like I said, he was a good 1B talent, not a 1A talent. I'm not saying he's a number 2 because he's better than a second tier talent, but he was 1B. You needed a 1A, and then you needed him to kind of supplement the 1A with his great individual talent. I just don't think, like, Messi is a 1A. Messi go anywhere, he makes, I mean, look how he made Inter Miami. He's a 1A. That Jessica Alba? So yeah. People comparing Haaland to Zlatan must never watch Plans. Zlatan was amazing. Haaland's just a robot. I mean, he's a machine. But Zlatan's goals were. But I take either one of them. Up top for Arsenal right now in their prime, I take both of them. The guy can score from the half line and be. Bro, Zlatan's first goal in the MLS was from way outside the box. Lob the keeper. His ego made it. Yeah, Zlatan's ego is why he didn't win the Champions League. But he won everything else. So. Oh, South Africa in. South Africa in. This game is a little bit chippy. This game a little bit chippy. Left wingers nowadays can't compare left wingers in 2010s. The left wing position has been, yeah, man. You look at Vinny versus Neymar, even. Like I take Neymar over Vinny in their primes, and I think Vinny is amazing, but Neymar was something different. Jesse Marsh. Hydration break. All right, listen. I chatted with you guys to the first hydration break. I'm going to call it, bro. I'm going to call it there. We went from Bale, Neymar, Hazard, great dribbling, goal scorer. Yeah, man. Ribby Mane. Now we got Trossard. And that's not no disrespect to Trossard, but he ain't on them levels, man. Ain't on them levels. Yeah, man. And they talking about 100 million. Crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it on that. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I'm gonna let you guys go watch the game. As I said, I will be back tomorrow for the game tomorrow. I gotta do the thumbnails and put them on tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna end it how I end every Waffle House, every stream. I hope that everything that you want to happen happens. I hope that everything you don't want to happen doesn't happen, and I hope that negative things go away from you. But most of all, I hope that you enjoyed this stream. I hope you enjoyed the Waffle House, and I hope that you return back to Rican Futbol TV for another live stream. I will be back tomorrow to do the match, so I hope to see you guys then. Big up Max, big up Godfrey, big up Prom and Brian and everyone who stayed and watched. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you on the next stream. Have a great night. And if I don't see you again, have a great week. Take it easy.